It's time for another UFC predictions video as we have UFC 278 next Saturday night, August 20th. Just going to give my predictions for the main card subject to change, and make sure you come back to the channel later next week for a few of my reactions to some of these fights that are on the main card. If you're a fan of the UFC, MMA, prediction videos, or reaction videos to fights, make sure you smash that like button. Share the video with whomever you want. You're certainly more than willing or more than able to put this video on any of your social media platforms. That'd be great. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on my predictions for this card. Of course, I want to hear what your predictions are. Future fights that you want to see, or future predictions of fights that have already been announced. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to this channel, join the team, show your support, and be a part of something special. So, UFC 278, the main card. Starting off in the light heavyweight division, we have Tyson Pedro versus Harry Humsucker, who is moving down in weight from heavyweight to light heavyweight. Pedro has been very inactive. He had one fight this year, but before that, he hadn't fought since 2018. And honestly, I haven't been overly impressed with Humsucker, so I'm picking Tyson Pedro to win this fight, although the inactivity does bother me a little bit, but I think he's going to get the job done. Next up in the UFC heavyweight division, we have Marcin Tybura versus Alexander Romanov. Romanov is a beast. He's King Kong for a reason. At the moment, he is undefeated, and I think he beats Marcin Tybura. I just think he does. I think he isn't even at his potential yet. I think this guy could be a future champion in this division. It's possible. I really like what I see from him. He's got a good solid game, and he's only getting better. And the guy is built. Like in the chest, he could easily be 205 and be dominant at 205, but he fights at heavyweight. But I think he's going to get the job done and remain undefeated. Next up in the bantamweight division, we have the former featherweight champion of the world, Jose Aldo versus Merab Dvalishvili. Jose Aldo has a tough task. He wants to get a title shot at bantamweight again. Dvalishvili is really good. He survived a fight with Marlon Moraes where he was close to being beat, but then he just grabbed the leg and laid on top of him. He eventually won the fight. This is a tough one to predict. If the fight stays standing, I think Jose Aldo wins the fight. If the fight goes to the ground and it's a lot of laying on the ground, I think Merab is going to win this fight. I'm torn here. I don't know where to go, but I'm going to go with Jose Aldo because he is still impressive. Hopefully he has a spectacular showing, which may get him another crack at the Bantamweight Championship. Or did he have a crack at it? He fought Jan. Was that a title fight? I can't remember if that was a title fight. But nonetheless, I think Jose Aldo will get the job done. But don't count out Merab in this fight. And then in the co-main event of the evening, which I think this fight should not be the co-main event. It seems like this card is missing one solid fight. Not sure what happened. Of course, the next pay-per-view card that's missing a lot. But we have the returning Paulo Costa versus the returning Luke Rockhold. We haven't seen Luke Rockhold since July of 2019 when he fought Jan Blachowicz and got rocked. That was the same card where Jorge Masvidal did the flying knee to Ben Askren, and John Jones fought Thiago Santos. A very memorable card, actually, with awesome knockouts. But Rockhold is going to try to make another attempt at mixed martial arts. I don't know if he's going to get this job done in the middleweight division. Say what you want about Paulo Costa. If he can make weight, I think he's going to knock Luke Rockhold out. I'm not a big fan of Luke Rockhold, but hey, if Rockhold wins, it certainly makes things interesting, but I think Paulo Costa is going to knock out Luke Rockhold and finally get a win. It's been a while since we've seen him win a fight. I don't even remember when his last victory was. I think I've seen him lose like 5 fights in a row. Maybe it's not that many, but whoever he fought, it's Romero. I think that was the last fight he won, was Romero, because that's it. His first fight in the UFC, I think, was against Romero. Then he fought Adesanya. I could be wrong on that. So I'm picking Paulo Costa to win the fight. Hopefully he makes weight. which you never know with him. And then in the main event of the evening, in the welterweight division, Leon Edwards takes on Kamaru Usman 2 for the welterweight championship of the world. I mean, I haven't been overly impressed with Leon Edwards. Yes, he's good at standing, he's good at throwing jabs, but he's not really that deadly of a fighter. And Kamaru Usman is dangerous. And I think Usman wants to put on a show here. I think it's going to be a lot of what the first fight was. But maybe he'll mix things up instead and trade with Kamaru Usman, or I'm sorry, Leon Edwards. But I think there's going to be a lot of takedowns, wearing Edwards down, and then Usman's going to knock him out, possibly. I don't see a way that Edwards wins this fight. Of course, that's why they had the fights, but I think Kamaru Usman will retain his championship. And then I'm not sure what's next for him after this point. We shall see. So those are my predictions. Again, I want to hear what yours are, so make sure you leave those in the comments section. Any future fights that you want to see, or fights that have already been announced that you want to get predictions for, smash the like button if you're a fan of UFC, MMA, prediction videos and reaction videos to fights. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Don't forget to come back to the channel for my reactions to at least 2 or possibly 3 of these fights. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.